Welcome to Hair Up, Bra Off podcast. We're here to be your new comfort fix with unfiltered conversations on random topics and gossip. As two women in their 30s, Catherine, who's been chronically single, and Sue, who is happily married with 2 cats. So take your bra off, throw your hair up, and let's get into it. And men, if you're listening, take notes. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another incredible episode of Hair Up, Bra Off. And today, get excited, we're going to be talking about a secret life of Mormon wife star and also certain reasons why friendship dies.
And I think the two go together because I know you haven't seen the show, but
I have.
there's a lot of friendship dying.
Interesting. No, I was telling Sue, I've never seen the show, but I'm on TikTok enough where I've seen clips. So I kind of get the gist, but I still don't know enough. Yeah. And this is a great example because in our last episode, since I know you guys are all avid listeners, you guys will know this.
Yes.
We were talking about Ozempic and how the skinny trend is coming back in, the heroin chic look. And one of the stars named Layla just admitted that she has an addiction to GLP-1s, that she cannot stop taking it. And she said that she can't stop taking it because as she was taking it, and the more people would say, oh my God, you look so skinny, she would get a dopamine rush. She would almost get, it almost triggered like, oh my God, I can't believe they're saying that. I have to keep taking this, which is something that I was kind of thinking in my head in the last episode was I feel a lot of these celebrities are taking it because there's that secret dopamine rush when they keep hearing people kind of specify or make these comments that they're too skinny, because you really never hear that. I was saying, you've seen the show. From my understanding, she was never big, right?
That's what I was literally about to say. Like, number one, she is, I think she's like, at some point she said she's 24. So she can't be, she is super young. But obviously she's like Mormon, so she has like 4 kids. I don't know how many, but you know, if you're like, you have to have a kid when you're a teenager in that culture. So,
but no coffee.
But no coffee. No coffee.
That's
but
the devil's work.
Yeah, but yes to ketamine. It's whatever is not like in the scriptures, which like were done thousands of years ago. So whatever wasn't invented then, like you can definitely do. Sex, unfortunately, has been around for forever. So you have to just like be married in order to have sex in Mormon faith. But once you have sex, you have to reproduce a lot. So, you know,
it's like they put you right to work.
Right. Yeah. Sex only for reproduction purposes, never for pleasure. That's a Catholic thing too. They just take it to like the extreme. So anyway, but for her, she was always skinny. She was always skinny. So I wonder when she started taking it, because I'm like, has she been on it like the whole time? You know what I mean? Like, it's weird because it would mean that she would have to have been on it like since she was like really early 20s or something.
Well, from what I was reading some of the comments because I was trying to gauge people's reactions, and a lot of people were saying that she was never big, and whatever doctor prescribed it to her should have their license taken away because there was no need for her to be prescribed it. And that's kind of how I feel we're going to start seeing the trend of, is doctors just prescribing it to anyone, even though they don't need it, and then they become addicted. It's like the new opioids, but for skinniness.
Yeah, right. But no, that's what I mean. If she just started taking it, like, she was always skinny. She was never big. So I don't know what type of weight she could have potentially lost because there was nothing to lose to begin with.
She said she started taking it within the year.
Oh, so she lost any weight. Like,
year.
how does she look like right now?
Well, I mean, she looks skinny. I think she said she weighs 99 pounds. So she was probably like maybe 10 or 15 pounds over.
That is actually insanity. Oh my God.
I need to maintain this, so I have to continue being on Ozempic, because I'm sure the second they get off, their bodies are going to latch on to any fat that they take in because they're depleted of it.
Totally. Well, I'm just reading an article now. It says she's no longer on GLP-1s 1 day ago. Anyway.
Again, the doctor who prescribed that to her, like, shame. I hope they start go after them.
Well, I'm seeing a lot more ads for like and I don't know if it's like the same Ozempic or like other GLP-1s, but it's like, do you want to lose 15 pounds for your friend's wedding, for your upcoming friend's wedding in the summer? Like, it's more of like, they're commercializing it as like a get skinny fast, you know, so it's no longer about the health, like
Mhm.
thing. It's no longer like, oh, now it's moved on to like a quick hack for your
Mhm.
goals, your vain goals of looking better by
Yeah.
a big event, type of thing.
They're really honing in on the whole, like, diet culture end of it more than the
Right.
health, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
now it's like the Diet Coke. I think that's what's happening with Kelly Osbourne, 110%. I
Mhm.
think she's addicted and she gets a dopamine rush that people say she's too skinny because she was always fat.
Mhm.
And she was never
Mhm.
always fat, let me take that back. She was just always, chunkier. She was always a little
Mhm.
bit more heavy set, but she was never considered, like, fat or
Right.
obese beyond me. I mean, I'm probably weigh the amount she used to weigh when she
Yeah.
was at her biggest.
I mean,
So,
the camera adds 15 pounds.
that's
So,
right, people. I really weigh 100 pounds. I
yeah,
you
we're
might
really skinny, actually. My face is a lot slimmer than this. When you when you see me in person, literally, I'm like it's, like, stunning. Like, the camera does
no.
not do me justice.
Can I just say, people can't even find me in real life. You can't even see me in real life. I'm so skinny, you can't even
You
it's
gotta
like,
turn
"Where's Waldo?"
if you're standing like this, no one can see you. You have
No
to go like
one.
this so that anyone can,
Exactly.
like, find you have to be like, "I'm right here.
I'm right here,
Oops."
ha and we're
But
able to go
anyway,
out still. We're able to go out and not get recognized because people can't see us.
right. Exactly. Yeah, I'm able
Mhm.
to travel without security,
Mhm.
to some of the places in New York. But no, I was saying like this I was also gonna say to kind of transition into this other
Mhm,
friendship
yes.
topic, like in that show, and you haven't seen it. Um
No.
you should, 'cause you would love it. In that show, there's like a lot of like people backstabbing each other and like just being mean and I don't know. Nothing
Mhm.
that, it's basically part of I think what I like about it is that it's less performative and truly just more like reality TV. Like I don't think these women, because they're so young, care about how they're portrayed. So I think that's like a pro and a con. Like pro that you get to see it, con for them because they all have children and they're all acting
Yeah.
crazy in the shows.
Yeah,
But
they're
that's for
young
them to
moms.
decide.
They're very
They're
young
very young
moms.
moms. Yeah, exactly. So I was gonna say we can talk about why outside of reality TV friendships
Mhm.
end in real
Amen.
life. And I found this article, but I think it's like kind of similar vibes as to like why everyone decides it's time to move on from a friendship. I was
Mhm.
talking to someone recently and they say that if you pass like a 7-year test, like if
Mhm.
you're friends with someone for 7 years, it's more likely that you will never stop being friends with them.
Yeah.
And it's actually very true, like if you think about it.
7 years, the 7 years. I agree with that because I feel like after 7 years,
Oh
I
shit.
feel I think you become so a part of someone's life after
Yeah.
7 years that it's hard to quit someone when they've been so
Yeah,
involved.
you're just already so invested. You're like, might
Mhm.
as well just continue with this person even though
Yeah.
they wake up at
It's
2 a.m. in the middle of the night and blow their nose at
who
that
would
time.
ever do that? That's insane.
um Other than that, seems like some of the reasons why. So the first one is to say unhealthy behaviors. Friendships should uplift and energize you most of the time. If your friend exhibits unhealthy behaviors such as manipulation, belittling, jealousy, or possessiveness, uh, that leaves you feeling down, upset, or drained, it may be time to reevaluate your relationship, which I think is very true. A lot of human nature is to compete with each other. I think I noticed that. I've noticed that more often now. When you start becoming friends with someone,
Mhm.
especially now as adults, one of the things that everyone starts doing is to trying to like clock you, like see
Mhm.
like where you are, and then trying to find like where they're better than you, even if
Mhm.
you do it unconsciously. Like you're just like, okay, I'm gonna say this because I feel like I need to feel like I'm better than them, in
Mhm.
certain ways. And that's super unhealthy because you should want because that it at its core means that you definitely don't want the best for your
Yeah.
friend, you know?
It's kinda like the opposite for me. I almost want my friends to do so well because then they make me look good. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, she's killing it." That's what yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. She's my friend. She, like, likes to hang out with me, no big deal, and she, like, does this
Mm,
and that, and, like, obviously, you want the best for them, and I feel like if it's opposite, then, yeah, I just feel like you have an unrealistic or not maybe just not what am I saying? I'm drunk. you're just very insecure with yourself because if you constantly feel the need to always have to it's almost like you're having to what's that word too? Not confiding, reassure yourself.
Mm,
You're always someone who needs reassurance, whether it's whether it's you breaking down someone else or someone else telling you.
yeah. I
And
think insecurity is the key, what you're saying. I feel like
yeah.
insecurity is, like, number one thing, for sure.
Mhm.
So,
It
I realize I can't be friends with insecure women
mhm.
now.
For sure. Yeah, because then it's like, what's the
Yeah.
point of the friendship beyond the fact that clearly it's just a form of comparison at this point, you know? What else can
Right,
grow out of
right.
something if someone is just wanting to compare? Like, how do you even what do you talk like, I don't even know.
I don't know, but
So,
it's a very big thing, especially in a city like New York, I think,
I was just about to
because
say
everyone is always trying.
maybe I'm so out of touch with this sense because I live in a much slower environment where it isn't so much dog eat dog like in New York. I feel like
Yeah,
people feel like they have to be like that at work and it bleeds into their personal life with their
totally,
friends
totally.
and
Mhm.
they just don't know how to shut it off. And it's like,
Right.
okay, maybe it's not their fault, but it's like to a certain extent, people, come on.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that's definitely a reason to not be friends with someone. I think so the second one is kind of like coming off of the first one, which is you don't like how your friend treats you. If your friend
Hmm.
treats you poorly and makes you feel uncomfortable, you know, maybe you need to
Yeah.
move on. An interesting one to me because I can be very sarcastic.
What? No.
Yeah. And then I'm like, when maybe people have stopped talking to me because I like hurt their feelings, you know? Could be a
The
thing.
thing I have such a high threshold for sarcasm that I don't think you're that sarcastic, but I
Yeah.
forget there are people out there that their sarcasm level is like nil, none.
Yeah.
So, I I don't know, maybe that's why I've also, like I'm on the opposite sphere where I've never stopped talking to someone because 'cause they're too sarcastic because the limit doesn't exist to me,
Right.
you know?
You can
But I
continue to
feel
like play with them. Yeah.
yeah, but I feel like when I hear uncomfortable, what I gain from that is friends who don't compromise on certain things. Like for example, "Oh, we wanna go out and do this thing," and they're like, "No, well, I wanna do this," and I'm like, "Well, I don't wanna do it. It's not the most comfortable setting for me to go out in a club and do this."
Mm,
And
mm,
they're not trying to hang out with you in their most comfortable setting.
I see what you mean. Yeah. They don't respect well, I think that's also like bleeding into they don't respect your choices.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it's like
True.
kind of my way or the highway. I'm not gonna respect what you want, which
Mhm.
is not very accommodating to the other person, you know?
Yeah. No, I that's how I see it more just because again, sarcasm, if you're the more sarcastic the better. But I
Yeah.
can see how some people read into that cuz sometimes I'll hear myself be sarcastic and I can read the room and I'm like, "Oh, they didn't like that. They did
Yeah.
not like that."
I know. Or people feel offended. I guess it goes back to like the insecurity thing. Like if you don't feel comfortable in your skin, whatever someone says may come across as an attack to
Yeah,
you, you know?
it kinda reminds me of, like, anytime we talk about how much we hate men, and the men who feel offended by it are usually the men we're talking about, but the men who aren't
Yeah.
offended are the ones that know that
Right.
we're not talking about them, kind of
Right,
vibe.
exactly. Yeah, of
Mhm.
course. Like because and those are the ones that are finding us and leaving comments
Yeah.
on our videos.
I miss
Like
John.
literally yeah, the ones that we hate.
Yep.
Literally.
Mhm.
And they're, like, going through they must have gone I think we talked about I don't know if we talked about this on our podcast earlier, but to find us, that was because that was one of our earlier videos too.
Mhm.
Like, you must have gone through, like, hundreds of videos of women talking about, men, and then you got to us, and then you're like, "This is the one that I'm gonna comment on." Or, like,
Y
maybe one of
and
the
and
very thousands of videos.
And then the other part of it is the thing that they're specifying, the comment that they're pertaining to is it's like in the middle of our video. So he's already been
Yeah.
sat for like 30 minutes and now he's deciding to comment. And I'm like, yo, I appreciate the views.
Wait, isn't that so funny? Like how you're like you had to have been through like
Mhm.
you're listening, you paid attention to this. It's kind of the same thing with when they were talking shit about Bad Bunny's performance at the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
but they're like, "Oh, there was two gay men in it." I don't know if you like saw so it was like people being like, "There was two gay men dancing." There's like a little in the middle of the set, there's a
Mhm.
little portion of two guys like kind of dancing with each other by a truck, right?
Mhm.
And number one, you were watching. That's what right? Like, that's
Mhm.
number 1. Number 2, someone pointed out, like, this guy did a video reaction to it, and he was like, "Okay, you're gonna tell me that you noticed 2 gay men dancing and 97 Latinas, like, popping their
Mhm.
ass." It's like, there's 97 Latinas popping their ass, and you're focused on these 2 gay men, like, I'm sorry to tell you, but I think you might be gay.
Yeah. Your eyes go where it wants, where the lust is.
Literally. Yeah, and I'm just like, that was so funny because number 1, you were really deep into it. Like, you were definitely they're
Yeah.
like, "I didn't watch that because there was 2 game," and it's like you had to have, seen it to clock that.
Yeah. And it's crazy because if it was 2 women, they wouldn't care. So why are you so offended at men? And it's because you're honing in your own feelings. You know what
Right,
I mean? You're suppressing your own
exactly.
desires for the gay lust, and your lust is directing your eye movement. It's all scientific, all
Yeah,
very scientific.
also, 1 in 4 men, so 25% of the population is estimated to be gay on the male side,
Mm.
which means that 1 in 4 men are gay, which means that, statistically speaking, if you see a group of men, like a group of 10 men,
Mhm.
there's at least 1 man that is gay. So if they're not out, that means that they're just not out, but they're
Yeah.
definitely gay.
See, statistics don't lie,
They don't
and
lie.
that's the truth. Mhm.
And they should just like yeah, and it's like it's fine if no if like you just like don't hate where you are and like you know what I mean and continue to like spread just hatred to
Mhm.
people. For
It's
what
like
reason?
it's like you're making a thing of it, so now you're making that thing even bigger. It's like, "Oh, I didn't appreciate 2 gay guys dancing," but now you're bringing more light to the fact that these 2 guys were dancing. And now you're just like
Right,
you're
exactly.
putting more eyes onto the one thing you didn't, like, it's not making sense. You know
It's
what?
not
You know
making
what,
sense.
Bob? Just let them dance, okay?
Let them
I
dance.
know you're
It's just dancing.
jealous.
Focus
Mhm.
on the other 97
I know
booties.
you wish they were kissing, Bob, but they're just dancing. They're just
Literally.
dancing.
Um, okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
What is this? Okay, this the 4th one is dumb. It's like you don't want to become friends with someone like right. Your friend doesn't seem to value your friendship. I think this one's a tricky one because what does it say? Friendships are a two-way relationship. I think that I don't know if you have a point of view on this one, but I feel like the some people take reaching out a lot stronger than other people. Like some people feel like if you didn't call them,
Mhm.
so much cat hair everywhere, or if you don't like text them often, like that's not like you're not reaching out to me, so you're not like asking about me. You're not my friend.
Mhm. I it can definitely be a hard line to walk because you can place it on either end. You can say, "Well, why didn't you reach out?" "Well, then why didn't you reach out? Why didn't you call? Why didn't you call?" You can always play the back and forth game. That's why I feel like it's so hard to pinpoint that. But I do feel that if 2 people just don't communicate after a while, then it's clear on both ends that it wasn't worth reaching out for.
Mm,
The only time I would feel some type of way if, let's say, I do continuously reach out and I don't hear back, then
that's
I would
true.
feel some type of way. I just know that some people like, I'm not great at, like, staying in touch with people a lot of the times, and it's just
Mhm.
because of my ADHD and, like, I just never think about it. I have, like, anxiety about so many other things, I don't think about it, and so it's never coming from a malicious place. So I understand if other people don't reach out to me a lot, I know that it can be coming from somewhere else. But if, let's say, I keep reaching out and I don't hear back, then I'm like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, right. Then there's
Does
like
that make
something wrong.
sense?
Okay. I think
Yeah.
we're like on the same boat, but I do think that some people get, and I think you find this out very quickly, where early in
Mhm.
like a friendship, they'll be like, why didn't you call me? Why didn't you ask about this? Like, why didn't, you know? And then it's like, okay, so this person clearly is going to need more than,
Yeah.
just like an occasional like thing. Doesn't mean that you're not friends with that person. It just means that you're just like busy doing, other things.
Mhm. I guess it's more of what people just expect out of friendships now, and
Yep.
what I mean, what do they mean when they're calling you? Like, calling you about what? Like,
No, I just
could you
mean
give
like
an
some people would
example?
want, like if like you have, I don't know. Just trying to give an example, but let's say that like and also there's so many more ways to communicate like now in social media and so like it's like
Mhm.
hard to deal with expectations. But let's say that someone like I don't know, met a person, met a man, and they're now posting about them, and you're their friend. And it can be that you never asked, like you never texted them. It's like, oh, I saw that you were dating someone, or called, and just you're just like, oh, like in your mind, you could have been like, good for them, and like liked it, but you never asked. Some people may get offended.
That's weird. I'm sorry.
Not anybody that I know. It doesn't. I'm not friends with them, but but
All your
some
friends are
people
trying to decipher.
But some people, might be like, "Wow, they never called me and asked, about
That's
this
weird. I'm
change in
sorry.
my life."
No, no, no. If you brought this change on yourself, if you got with someone, then I feel it's your responsibility to then tell your friends that. You can't expect them to just see it online and reach out to you and ask you all these questions. That's like they're not a reporter, they're not a journalist, they're not getting paid. They're your friend,
Yeah,
and you should share that. If like you wanted them to know, you should share it with them so that way they can talk about it.
yeah,
I wouldn't
right.
post. Can you imagine if I didn't tell you guys and I just like posted one day that I'm engaged and then I'm mad at you guys for not reaching out?
Actually,
Like, that's
no,
insane.
I'd be mad,
Yeah.
actually.
Right? Like, I'm mad that you
If you
posted
get
about a
engaged
boyfriend.
and number 1, you don't even have social media. Number 2, like number 2, you haven't, like, had a boyfriend in a while, and then,
Uh-huh.
like, number 3, we talk often, and then it's like, now I'm engaged, I'll be pissed, like, I'm like, "Don't even fucking call me." I'm not even
It's
going to that wedding,
it's
and I
weird.
would tell everyone, like, "I'm not even going to Kat's wedding, bro. Don't even invite me to that shit."
It's a protest, Sue Silent protest.
I'm
Just
like, not even silent, not even silent. I will tell everybody. Next day, just find me on Instagram, like, some bitches be posting about how they got engaged.
For the first time in
Bitches
your
used
life,
to be.
you go on Instagram Live and you just start spewing, "Can you believe this bitch? Can you?"
So, let me tell you a story about how my friend stabbed me in the back.
No, it's just so ridiculous. That is something I would never like, if someone came to me and said, "I'm upset because you didn't reach out that I have a new boyfriend," I would be like, "Yo, I'm not your friend. Your friend, this phone number is no longer connected." Like, that's weird. That's
Beep.
weird. Beep, yeah, like, leave a message after the beep and then hang up.
No, no hablo inglés.
Yeah, no, I'm like, ¿quién? No, no estás aquí. No, ella no, no,
Literally, just
no."
forget who you are. It's
Like,
like,
and then
yeah,
maybe that's a good point, is I hate people who live too much or expect too much when it comes to social media. Like,
it's
they
true.
post everything online and they expect their friends to act as if it's in real life,
Oh
like,
my god, Kat,
personal.
that is actually good, like what you just said.
Mhm.
Mormon wives, again, Mormon wives, because Taylor, Frankie Paul is like the main person there, and I don't have strong
Mhm.
feelings about anybody, honestly. I just like enjoy watching the show.
Mhm.
But she posted about she was doing an event or something, and she posted like she made a post on Instagram, and then she said that none of the girls commented on it. I guess like the girls like liked it, but not necessarily commented on it. And
Mhm.
she went on live and was like, none of these bitches supported me, like, kind of implying that they were like
Mhm.
jealous of her success. And she made like a whole 24 hours after. She was like, I waited 24 hours, no one commented on it. No one
24
was like,
hours.
congratulations.
Ah!
But
Sorry.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I get it, I guess. Like, if everyone is living online and everyone is
Mhm.
always commenting, like, what is the expectation is that someone does comment when something big happens, but, like, that's kinda taking it to, like, the other like, what
Yeah.
you would hate, you know? It's like expecting that someone comments on your post for support.
It's also just, like, one, I love that she gave a time limit. She's like, "After
Yeah,
24 hours, these bitches are gone. Like,
literally.
I'm done. That's my
Yeah,
threshold, is 24 hours. In the first 24 hours." Um, I also I will make a note that I maybe their relationship is different because they're influencers, that maybe they
right,
feel more of an obligation, but I don't think it warrants someone to be as vocal as
right.
basically turning on their friends saying, "These bitches didn't like or comment. They're out of here." Dude, Sue would do that if I got engaged, and that's a good reason. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
but
literally.
Taylor's like, "If you don't comment, like, and subscribe, you're out of here." Like, that's crazy.
Literally. No, she literally, like, threw a whole thing, and then the girls obviously were, like, mad at her for, like, outing them on live, being like,
Yeah.
"Why would you say that?" Now everyone's throwing hate at us. But it's just crazy that, like, this little thing on our phones, social media has become
Mhm.
like such a real thing that you have to like make time for, you
Yeah,
know?
it can dictate a relationship, it can sway emotions, opinions. I mean, it can veer the course of history now.
Mhm.
So, you never know, and that's why I don't have Instagram. Instagram scares me. There's a lot of power in that, and that scares me. I don't wanna be in
Yeah.
politics. Instagram is it's literally its own politics machine,
It
and
really is. It really is. It's kind of scary that we're all living there and it's not even a real world. It's like
right, it's
in our little
virtual.
phone. It's all virtual. That's kind of why I'm kind of with the trend of especially millennials like not having social media. Like I'm with it.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends like you don't. Sorry, we're literally fucking sick. I have like two other friends that are not on social media at all.
Mhm. You know what I wonder is there's this tribe that's, I think, by India, and they've been isolated from the world for their entire existence. And it's actually illegal to go visit them because
Oh yeah,
they have no immune system because they obviously don't have vaccines. So if you go see them, you can literally wipe them out. And this could be a whole nother episode. But it's interesting because I wonder how their lives are. And I wonder what would happen if we sat there and we tried to explain to them what Instagram is. I think like we don't even have to worry about them getting like COVID. I think we would have to worry about them combusting into death after hearing about Instagram and like politics. Like their mind would
literally.
explode. They'd be like, "What do you mean top 8 on MySpace? What do you mean that you do this and that and you get mad at someone?" Like I would love to hear what they think.
Their problems are so real, and
Uh-huh.
you know these problems are so not real. That's what I think
Mhm.
about sometimes. I'm like all of these quote unquote problems that like people have, like oh people didn't like my post.
Mhm.
It's not real. Like somebody in that island is trying to find like a shark to eat or something. They're like
Yeah.
hungry, you know? That's why it's good to like and I talked about this before, but I'm like, that's why it's good to put yourself through hard things.
Mhm.
Like just like we should one day go on like a camping trip and like record the podcast from there.
Oh, I'd
And
like
then
that.
and someone just drops us off and then we have to find our way back to
Wait,
civilization.
whoa, whoa. When you said camping, but I didn't
I
mean
like that.
deserted. Deserted. You want someone to desert us in the
And
middle of
then we have to use our brain, Cat, to, like, get back, you know? Nobody tells us how to get back, we just kinda have to look it up from a
I
map
mean,
and stuff. It's good for
so we
your
have to
it's
bring
good
like
for, like, you don't have
a
Alzheimer's.
compass.
We will never have Alzheimer's after that.
Okay, you heard it here first, people. Sue's claim is you won't get Alzheimer's if you get deserted in the woods.
It's true. These are
We
facts.
why don't we do naked and afraid? Let's go for the full thing. We just
No, I don't wanna be naked.
just kidding.
I wanna be only afraid.
I that's okay. I'm down to do it. I'm down to do it because I do see that I feel like I could grow a lot from that, and it would be great. What do they do? You do it for the plot. I'm gonna do it for the episode. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it for the episode.
Well, knowing us, we're gonna get there and then be like, "Oh, no, we never charged these."
Wait, where are the plugs? I don't see any outlets. How are we
I
gonna
know.
plug in our
Yeah,
stuff?
brought all over, like, electronics. Okay, so I have this one just in case like, the plug is different, and then this one, and then it's just, like, trees, like, we have nowhere to plug it.
So I mean, yeah, I guess so far Sue wants me to go to a haunted house because I don't believe in ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe in haunted
Mhm.
stuff, and she wants to take me to she wants to see the fear in my eyes. Like Sue, it's so with Sue and I,
Bro,
when we
I
have a point
so want a little boy to fucking appear at the edge of your bed,
with Sue and
and
I, when it comes to proving our point, we want it to be proven so much that we want it to be at the maximum extreme. Like she wants me
yeah,
to get dragged through the middle of the floor by ghosts.
and then I'll sit there and be like this as you're getting dragged out.
She's gonna be like, "I
"I
told you so,
told you."
bitch. I
But I
told you
say,
so."
"Not me, though. I'm here because I
But
believed."
I don't believe in that. So she wants to. Okay, so this is all like okay. So we go to a haunted house, all publicity,
See,
and
you're already now you're really that's offensive to the ghosts
we're
haunted
we're
house.
I'm sorry for my okay, let me make my
Let
official
it
apologies to the ghost community. I was not aware of my intentions. I was very ignorant when using air quotes, and I just want to say that I'm going to
haunted.
reflect on my actions and I will do better.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
ghost.
It's
Thank you.
honestly, you make fun of okay, fine. I cannot wait to take you. Like, no, and also we need to go soon because it's
Mhm.
getting nicer and we can't allow it to be like nicer out when you get haunted for the first time.
Okay, I love a good weather. I'll at least my hair will look good and my makeup will look well when I'm getting dragged across the floor by little Timmy and his sister who probably died from like smallpox. Who knows? I'm
Usually you have to
I'm
find
with it.
like a mean spirit.
Honestly, everyone loves me. So if anything, I feel like I'll leave with a few friends. What's the
Okay.
worst that can happen? I find a few friends.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for us to go to the haunted house.
She wants to see the fear of God in me.
Yes, I do. And then
I
for you
love
to like actually start believing in ghosts.
you know
Like
this. Where did we veer off from? What were we talking about?
we were talking about your friend doesn't value your friendship.
Makes
Okay.
okay, yeah, and then we're talking about the tribe that's, like, secluded. Okay, yeah, because people, you know, don't let your d this is what I'm gonna say, don't let your friendships be too dictated by social media,
Yeah.
because if
I think
that's the
that's how we're ending.
case, then you can't, like it's too much. I can't do politics and social media. That's I can barely keep
Yeah.
myself together right now.
Social media definitely shouldn't be a factor in it for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Um Unless one of them is posting about how they don't like you anymore, then I guess it is a factor.
Yeah, if
But
it's deeply personal and pointed, then yes.
literally.
Yes.
But okay, I think I'm gonna skip through a few, but I
Okay.
will get to the last one, which is the you no longer like or relate to your friend, which like means changes in beliefs, opinions, personal circumstances. I think this is like obviously changes in politics. Like,
I was just about to say, I think this is the first time in a long time where I feel like politics has played such a huge part in friendships because I always felt growing up that I never really knew if my friends were Republican or Democrats. It was
yeah,
never really something that was discussed. Opinions would be said, we would laugh about a statement made, but it's gotten to the point where there's like clearly a line drawn
yeah,
where you could tell someone's now beliefs and morals based off where they see right and wrong is right now. And I
mhm,
wouldn't even say it's
mhm,
about parties because, as I said before, I've been a Republican most of my life. And that did not sway me at any moment to think that anything with Trump is a good thing at all.
yeah,
So that's because I know he's a bad person. And that's what I would hope people around me would do as well. It's not about a party anymore. It's clearly about a disgusting man.
mhm, totally.
So,
Okay, yeah. So now I can't be friends with someone that is a supporter
mhm.
of his. I don't think I could.
I mean, the only person that I feel is really excited that Trump is president is George Bush because George Bush was like very much disliked. But now I see fan edits of I never knew how much I liked you because I was too busy hating you. But now I look back and I'm like, I miss you. And it's just like edits of George Bush and I'm
Anyone is
laughing.
better, you know, because anyone is more qualified and anyone has
Mhm.
more empathy to lead a country. You'd always put it in like perspective of like running, even if you were to run a business, because a lot of people were like, you know, he's gonna come in and run it like a business. If you're running a business and you hate half the company
Mhm.
and you can't fire them because that's half the company, like it's not like you can like fire them. You have to still be their CEO or their leader.
Mhm.
Are you gonna shit talk them at 3 in the morning via, like, through social or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
They would fire that CEO. They would fire that
Mhm.
person because 'cause you're not even leading just from, like, a very specific standpoint of, like, you're only, like, half the company, that doesn't make any sense, you know?
Yeah.
That means that, like, you don't believe that the other people will get promoted or, like, that they should work in, like, in all ways and shapes and forms that you see it, or any of the allegations that have happened, you know, about or any of the things that we know about him would be grounds for, um removal in any regular business. You know what I mean? If it
Yeah.
was anything, and then you would be like, also, if you're doing crazy things for the company, like you know, trying to start a war with your competitors, which like never happens because that's not good business
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
general. Like it doesn't make any sense from any side, from like the human side,
Mhm.
the economic side, the anything side. Is
Yeah.
you can literally make an argument against it for everything that he does.
I appreciate him more now, but I also love how him and Michelle Obama, like,
Our
really enjoy each
BFFs.
are
Yeah.
BFFs. Like, okay, like George Bush may have not made all the right choices, but again, you can see the distinction between a human being and a party. I even think like keeping in touch with acquaintances has changed because people post their beliefs a lot online and you get to see a lot of different opinions or
Yeah.
craziness.
I mean, I blocked anyone that posted something that I didn't agree with. So that
Yeah.
was good. I'm like, never be friends with this person again. But it was surprising, the people that were like, I saw a post from another person that I blocked recently, and that moved to London and has a family there, and was and is Hispanic, like
Mm.
Ecuadorian background actually, and was always like, oh, my life here, like, was like, miss my family, like, yada. Never posted about politics, right? And then I saw that she posted and was like, I never come in here because I don't like to get involved in politics because, like, the world is crazy right now. And then she's like, I did vote for Trump and, in 2025, whatever the voting was, because, there were too many immigrants being let into the country. And I'm like, I couldn't even read any, I know, literally. But wait. And then at the end, she said something about, at the end of the day, it's not about who you voted for. It's like, we all have to just like pray more and be more empathetic. Love it. Just, it's not her responsibility that we're in this chaos. Like, it's like
Mm-hmm.
at all. She takes no accountability. She's just like, leave it to God. Bitch, you're the one that voted for this. What are you talking about? It's like, I just don't like to see what's going on there. I don't like to see it. You did this. You did this to us.
Yeah. So that's another thing is you see posts like that where it's just not taking accountability, not trying to at least acknowledge the fact that maybe they learned something and maybe learn that maybe they shouldn't be voting at all if they're
Right.
if they're not even going
Literally.
to take into account like what they're doing. So
Mhm.
now you're in London. What the fuck? Why'd you vote? Why'd you vote?
Yeah, yeah, and then it's also like you yourself are an immigrant to many. Your family was to here, and you are to like, but they don't see the correlation, right? Like they're just like
Hmm. It's
some
because
people think they're above that
yeah,
world when they themselves are part of that world. Like,
it's
what are you
almost the
talking about?
idea of they want to be the exception. They want to be
Yeah.
the exceptional immigrant.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I feel like those are all the reasons, specifically the politics one, why friendships
Mhm.
die nowadays, And
Amen.
that's where we are, especially actually the whole world is becoming more polarized, but the US in general is very polarized right now.
Mhm.
And you can think a lot of different presidents, true, but primarily this one for that. This
Yep.
one loves to play sides of one or the other. So
And
hopefully things get better, man. It's
the
hard,
only one that's happy is George Bush. He went from being the
literally.
number one hated president to like he wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that bad at all. I like that man. He's
Yeah.
cool.
Michelle Obama likes him. Okay, he's cool. So,
Literally, literally. But yeah, anyway, I think that was what I wanted to talk about today.
wow. Well, guys, I hope you enjoy the episode. And if you have any chisme or reasons why you stopped being someone's friend, tell me because I want to know.
Oh my God, please comment the tea. We love tea. Like please tell us how your friend did you dirty. We would love to listen to
Yes.
to that. And we might even invite you to talk about your story next time.
Wow. Yes, I love that. Let this
Love
be the
it.
place
All
where you
right.
can talk
Well,
shit. Bless you. Sue's one of those annoying people that sneezes 20 times. And at first you think she's kidding, but she's always done this. It's always been a thing she does. Right, Sue?
I couldn't hear you over my sneezes. What?
Thank God. I was talking shit.
30 plus years of me sneezing
Yeah.
20 times in a row. I have to figure that shit out, man.
Either she's very committed to this bit
I'm committed to the
or
plan.
she's committed to the lie, or is she it's her. Thank you so much for being with us, and tell your friends, men, or enemies we're not picky. Follow Hair Up, Bra Off everywhere you scroll. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.